love me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Get him Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tack. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, Tower music, nigga. Go.
Salute, party people. I'm back. Let's go. Free clips.
Niggas know the vibes, man. Talk to you niggas, man. Nightmare.
Oh my God.
Nightmare.
That's a trick.
Couple of my homies find cases. I just pray they here with me the day that I get famous. Cause those my niggas and I love them to death. Play with them, I put some slugs in your chest. Yeah, we really started from the bottom hustling. Wasn't getting no rest. We wasn't waiting on the government check. Once I started getting chicken, fuck bitches, I start loving them less. And fuck them niggas who ain't fuck with us then. Back when we used to share a slice of pizza, cause our pockets is empty. And 6 of us used to chip in on a bottle of Henny. Now I cop some 42 for a bitch named Jenny. I say I'm trying to fuck, you know that she let me. Cause she know I hustle and I'm tough, so she sucking me sloppily. Plus I'm light skinned, but don't never think you can bother me. Bitch, I keep a Glock. Once a show, just know you ain't stopping me. Favorite activity is shootings and robberies. What you know about it? Boy, I watch some snakes with a bird's eye. I can feel them creeping, scheming. Guess it's my third eye. Karma trying to catch me. Yeah, they say I'm the worst. I am really in these streets, lurking, doing some dirt. Why? Cause if a nigga violated, know the gang is all for the get back. Trying to get fly, get by. That's when we flip packs. Keep it cool around my niggas. If you skinny or brolic, it doesn't matter. Bullets rip through his 6-pack. He ain't talking money, nigga, fuck all the chit chat. I leave a zigzag on his face with a blade like he riff rap. Catch the drop and smoke a hot, like the flame, watch his wig crack. Then I whip the coke up till my wrist snap. Let's talk about them days I was down bad. I never forget that. Had to borrow that designer. Yeah, my outfit was mismatched. Bitches wouldn't even break me off a piece of a Kit Kat. Now they fuck me and don't want my dick back. I told the little bitch I'm in a rush, she need to get from on top of me, cause I'm chasing these dollars, trying to cop me some property, trying to start a monopoly. Sounds like an anomaly or like karate, chop them bricks up properly. Either way I'm working, and either way they hurt me, cause they hate to see a nigga doing good when they believe that I wasn't worth shit. But this a public service announcement, bitch, suck my dick, I'm back now. What I got, I earned it. Tried to lock me down, but they couldn't break my spirit. They know Clip's the big demon, feel the heat when you get near him. Baby mama talking shit, will never tell it like it is. Truthfully, she just trying to lie me to catch another bid. Being nasty and rifle and playing games with my kids that go to social media and tell you I'm a piece of shit. This shit is crazy. And plus these pussy niggas lately, they're playing on my moves when it's really cause they hating. Then my time stood tall, made it back, I waited patient. Now it's killing them to think that Darren Peterson could make it, cause they recognize Darren Peterson's talent isn't basic. And I started from the basement, man, it's hard for them to face it. Was that kid out the group home, always had dirty shoes on, hand-me-down outfits, man, I can tell you about it. When you was 12 and went to school with your new backpack, I was in juvenile, fighting for my snacks back. Used to ask my mom for $10, cops and me and Jay. Now I got 42 for your bae. She gon' need the gang. Money make the wifey go astray. I get that every day. And the homies wild like she wanna be around them. 25K dues in 1 month. I'm from Havenstraw. Them boys and reach 1,000. Ain't no, I'm astounding. Fresh off a 6-year bid, I had it litty. In less than 10 months, I'm a legend in my city. Shut out the real ones showing love and them haters watching. My hood on my back. Yeah, I'm representing Brooklyn. And fuck them sneaky bitches plotting like we gotta stop them before he prove it's wrong. Just a thought makes him nauseous. Gang told me stay positive and stick to this music shit. I really be robbing and shooting shit that look like ruler sticks. Riding, sliding in the hoopty whip that make Medulla split. Even the driver get it top, trying to catch another op and free the homie. He been down for like 15. He 31, he ain't been home since he was 16. At 16, he wasn't trying to write 16s. He was spinning blocks with a Glock that holds 16. Now he in the yard spitting bars and his shit mean. Cause he got talent, plus he's smart with some big dreams. And I just left him, man, I wish that he came with me. But we could only pray for his appeal. God is with him, I miss him. But I don't miss them days I call my bitch, she don't answer. Or talk to my mom, she sick and think she got cancer. When I was in the box starving every single day, I would've cut a nigga's face for a PB and J. That shit real, huh? I just wanna bust a brick seal and throw 200 grams to my mans, tell him get bills so he can know how buying what he wants for his kid feels, or pay his mom's rent. Just a thought makes me get chills. This shit real. It could all be so simple. I disregard the law, so raw and blow pistols. If you go against my squad, I'll pray that the Lord with you. It's gonna be a sad song as soon as the four hits you. Spaghetti sauce, soul in the door, your dog's rental. It's sad cause your dog ain't know he's gonna get you, but if he stand by you, that mean he gon' fall with you. He gon' wish he never stopped at the store to get more swishers. Leave him right there. We shoot pistols, we don't fight fair. Cause last time we tried, the other side brought a knife there. So we gon' leave them guys traumatized. It's a nightmare. I promise he gon' die. Eyes wide in his night gears. Or catch him in his yard, leave him dead in his house slippers. Put him on a shirt, now he famous. Yeah, we clout giving. Niggas holler when my Nina scream. Yeah, we shout different. Slide up in your bitch DM. Then I'm in her mouth with it. They say money can't buy you happiness. Well, I disagree, cause I was just broke in the cell and they had shit to eat. When my niggas pitching them packs, yeah, we got kids to feed. Fuck misery, we risking our lives off for the chips and cheese. Nigga front up in the club, here we getting busy. Stupid snuck a knife in. Bitch, I got a glizzy with me, and you brought your broad with you. Boy, I brought some killers with me. They know we the bad guys, but I don't got no villains with me. It's plenty Pyrus and Blazers up on my side, nigga. Told them first one to reach, first one to die, nigga. Ain't no OGs.
Yo, shout out to everybody in the building. And y'all know who is in here. Always popping junk. East New York. She said, we didn't speak about Throwback Thursdays. We didn't speak about Throwback Thursdays. So before I get into shouting out everybody, since my sis didn't believe that I stay on point like a number 2 pencil on test day, dig the throwback that I had lined up for y'all ladies. Give it to motherfucking East New York. She didn't know what was on, let's go. Shout out to everybody in the building. East New York was beefing. She didn't even know I had the throwback lined up. Can you dig it? Appreciate everybody for pulling up in the building. You know, it's late night, y'all. You know, after 11 o'clock, them goddamn fools come out. We got a couple of trolls in the building already. We got a couple of, you know, they come out at night. The dummies come out at night. The dummies come out at night. Grab. But anyway, I got some shit. I couldn't even wait till tomorrow to tell y'all about this one because I fell asleep earlier. I had a great time over there with my man Rose Gold, too. I was over there with Rose Gold, TT the Oracle, King Crego, somebody by the name of Goof Troop, somebody by the name of Step Up, and somebody named Paru Roo. I had a great time. I ain't gonna front. I had a great time until the craziness started happening with the people disrespecting each other. And then, you know, I act like a rash and I broke out. But if y'all can hear me crystal clear, anybody but a dead body. You dig? In East New York, I seen your Dice Cubes earlier. That don't count. The video was playing. So y'all heard the music playing crystal clear. The sis gave me the Dice Cubes for the music in the audio. But how is my audio? Me. Thank you, Nay. I see you in the building. First one on top of the building was East New York. Miss East New York 318. She's in the building. She was the first one, so you know she's gonna say something slick. Drop Guard, I see you in the building. We had somebody in here. I had to block them. Shout out to my man Carnage to Billy. Somebody talking about their Carnage mother. One thing I'm gonna let y'all know over here, whoever that may be, we don't do that. Y'all already know by now how I'm moving. We ain't doing no disrespecting each other in the chat. We damn sure ain't playing with people's mothers and all that shit. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna leave that alone. So whoever that is, I timed them out for 24 hours. If they don't switch their name, whoever it was, I gave them a wrench. So I can't see who it is because I gave them a wrench. So it's somebody that was here. I know it's not nobody that's in here with us every day, but it's somebody probably come through now and then, you know. But anyway, as long as they change that name, we can get it going right. You dig what I'm saying? We got the man himself, Barlow, in the building. Yo, Bar, been trying to get at you, Bar. You know my phone blew up and all that. Y'all don't know who Barlow is. Maybe y'all don't need to know, but he here. You heard me? That's one of my elders right there. You heard? You heard? Y'all know. If you don't, you know. My baby Keisha is in the building. Hey, Miss Tanja. Carnage to Billy. Salute, beloved. I see you. He's in the building. The homie is here. We got Miss Nene in the building. Hey, watch you work it. Huh? Watch you work it. Watch you work it. Work it. You got Rose Gold in the building. And this is Big Dice, baby. You was that hashtag Team Guardian, the clan of Guardians. You heard? No. This ain't no Rose Gold Records. But due to the beef between the East Coast and the West Coast, me and my man Rose Gold decided something. Great personality, great energy. Get along. That's my guy. Even though he wanted to kill me, y'all. He wanted to kill me one time. But that's my guy. He said he wanted to do a collaboration show. Team Guardian, Rose Gold Records. So y'all look out for it coming sooner than you can say Goldfish had a fight. Then we got one that said, what's his name? This is the one that got shot earlier. LOVAMEX 13. Love him X. He said, yo, Dice. And then he said, yo, why you DMing my wife? Then he said, yo, Dice, what's up? He said, why you DMing my wifey again? He said, you trying to sleep with my wife? That's why Keisha shot your ass, you dummy. You damn dummy. You dumb doo-doo head. But you know, you got to love the trolls sometimes, but we don't respect them over here. All trolls can go, all trolls, I ain't gonna say that. All trolls can just find other places to troll. That's good, y'all. I ain't go too crazy. All the trolls can just find other places to troll. That's all. Ain't no beef. Miss Tanja's in the building. Ain't no beef. I was getting ready to say something crazy, but y'all know I'm not gonna say nothing crazy. They was asking me about the 30-day challenge. I'm going into the second week. That's why I'm saying East New York is somebody I gave a wrench to. It's somebody I gave a wrench to, but it got to be somebody, you understand? You know what I'm starting to think about? You know what I said I was going to do? I said I was going to give all my members wrenches. Everybody else is going to be blank. I said I was going to give all the people that was paid members wrenches. Everybody else is blank. But we have so many people that's family. You know what I'm saying? Like really family. When y'all see a lot of people with wrenches, they've either earned their keep for the time that I've been on YouTube. A lot of these people know me from the street. A lot of people are family. People just don't be knowing it because we don't be advocating all certain stuff like that. But I appreciate everybody that be holding me down. I got some shit to talk about tonight. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do got some things to talk about tonight, late night. I feel like dropping a link on this one. But I'm still going to say shout out to Clarissa Shields. Shout out to Clarissa Shields for getting them bike shorts that said this ass belongs to Papoose. I don't care what nobody say. I know y'all hating. I'm not hating on her. I am not hating on her. You go, girl. And I'm not hating on her for putting his name on the side of her breast. Nope, I'm not. But Papoose, if you break up with her, she gonna beat the shit out you. That's a cold-blooded fact. If Pap leave, I hope he know how to fight like he say. I hope he do know how to fight because she gonna beat the shit out of him if he try to leave. Y'all know I always call people Down syndrome and stuff like that. I just be joking and playing and stuff like that. How would y'all feel if I told y'all somebody with Down syndrome done caught 2 murders? How would y'all feel if I told you I got the first known picture and story of a gang member with Down syndrome? The first person that laughed. I'm not joking. You're going to get 10 seconds. The first person that laughed because I done found a gang member with Down syndrome, and he a killer. And he a killer. And he a killer. If y'all think I'm joking, I'm going to show y'all right now. This nigga done caught bodies. Down syndrome. Can you dig it? Check this out.
Today, a Chicago man with Down syndrome is expected to enter pleas in connection with 2 separate murders. Police say 22-year-old Nicholas Mudio was shot a man to death in North Lawndale in February.
This nigga this is a gang member. He's a crip with Down syndrome. If you pay attention, he got the tattoos coming under his eyes. You understand what I'm saying to you? On the left side, for the lucky lefties. Straight up and down, Down syndrome.
Today, a Chicago man with Down syndrome is expected to enter pleas in connection with 2 separate murders. Police say 22-year-old Nicholas Mudio was shot a man to death in North Lawndale in February, 10 days after killing a driver on Interstate 55. 25-year-old Humberto Marin Garcia was traveling with his pregnant wife and their 2 young children when their car was hit by gunfire on the Stevenson near Bridgeport. His wife says she was able to stop the car and then realized their husband was no longer breathing. Mudio was arrested after the second shooting along with another man who was also charged in that murder.
The crazy part about it is the nigga nickname is Smoosh. His nickname is Smoosh. His nickname is Smoosh. I know one thing. It might be time for us to stay in the house, ladies and gentlemen. It might be time for us to stay in the house because I need to speak to some of these gang members. I want to speak to his big homie. Why you put that man down and you know he got Down syndrome? That is really fucked up. Down syndrome, meaning you don't know exactly what's going on. You don't comprehend to really right and wrong like that. And they gave him a gang membership. Is that crazy, y'all? Is that crazy? But that ain't crazy. Let me show y'all what's crazy. Did y'all know that Bill Clinton had a black son? This is breaking news. This is more detrimental than Jay-Z and Ramir. Did you know that our president that used to smoke weed, that got the infamous blowjob from Monica Lewinsky, he got a black boy? Y'all don't believe that, do you? Y'all don't believe that, do you? He got a black child that he stopped any communications with since he became the president in 1995. And if y'all think I'm joking, this is the undeniable proof. You talking about Jay-Z look like his father? Check this out. You talking about Jay-Z look like his father? Check that out. Check that out. Look at everything. The eyes, the forehead, the nose, the teeth, the ears, everything I want y'all to pay attention to. That's his son. Boy, these motherfuckers is crazy out here in the world. Now, ain't they funny? They say once they go black, they can't get back. You know they can't stay away from these black women. They cannot stay away from these black women. Now, why would our former president, want to run away from his responsibilities? That's a fact, Keisha. You see what Keisha said? He's probably going to pull a Jerry Springer, because when Jerry Springer died, he left everything to his 2 black children. That's a fact. When Jerry Springer passed away, he had his family speechless because his whole estate, all his money, everything pertaining to Jerry Springer, the Springer Studios and all that, he left to his black children. His black children. But this right here is crazy, man. I just thought about that. You see what my man Carney said? He said, you know that man used to play the saxophone, right? Y'all seen the Animax? I've been playing to the max while Bill Clinton plays the sax. The president, old Bill Clinton, old honest Bill, like they said. He said, nah, I never smoked no marijuana. No, he said, I smoked marijuana. Remember his infamous answer? He said, I never inhaled it. But he said he never inhaled it. Let's check this out right quick and get into what's going on with this situation. I'm telling you, this will shock y'all, and it might upset some of y'all because this shit is just outright disgusting. Fair YouTube usage. Let's go.
I have no doubt that I am Bill Clinton's son. It was common knowledge. Everyone in Arkansas knew. Everywhere I went, they point, that's Bill Clinton's son right there. He looked like him, don't he? The ears, the mouth, the chin, the teeth, the eyes, the nose. I see him in me. You can see a black Bill Clinton. When I brush my hair, I can see Bill Clinton with waves in his head. I always felt bad about him not wanting to be in my life. Was it because I was black? Was it something wrong with me? Why he don't want to be a part of me? It made me think of even sometimes suicide. It's not fair, and it has been hurtful. That he still refused to acknowledge me. Well, time was very hard, and my mom was a working girl on the streets. She was heavy on drugs.
My name is Lucia Bolton. My sister's Valerie Williams, Danny Williams' mother. She's a prostitute, and she, hung around on the streets on 17th and Main. She met him on the streets.
I was told that she was with him on 13 occasions.
I don't know, about 5 or 6 months after, he had dated and everything. She said she was pregnant.
My mom went to prison and lost custody of us. My Aunt Lucille stepped up and gained guardianship of us. She raised us in Little Rock, Arkansas. At the time, we was from group home to house. My Aunt Lucille wanted to have a father in my life. As a small child, she took me to the governor mansion.
There was a car coming at the front gate, right? When the gate swings open, I ran up in there and ran behind the gate, okay?
She was trying to get him to accept me and notice me.
When I got to the door, I asked for her, and the door was slammed in my face.
Slammed the door in her face. This is Bill's son. He had the black son out here.
And these little guys hit him off the side of the face.
Hillary, she had guys chase him off the property.
And I went to run and drop the thing. Get the hell out of there.
I read history. Basically goes back to slave owners. When they have a child with one of their slaves and the wives try to have them banished off the plantation. What century is this? It just wasn't right.
Every child in this state is somebody because we're going to give them every chance we can.
And honestly, we were needing child support at the time. My mom was in prison.
We was poor, okay? We had nothing. Who gonna listen to us, really?
My Aunt Lucille was working at a gas station.
We have no money to pay lawyers. They just shut us up.
My mom told me on a few occasions where she was threatened.
She didn't talk, leave them alone because we're gonna come up missing.
She was also pushed out a 2-story window where she got a metal plate in her foot.
Damn. 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 Pushed out of a 2-story window. That shit is crazy. And the bug part about it is, now it all kind of makes sense. Remember they kept saying that Bill Clinton was white, but he was the first black president? Y'all don't remember that? Drop guard, I see you. Y'all don't remember when they called Bill, we all called Bill Clinton the first black president because he smoked weed. Annette, this nigga done messed up this time. This nigga done messed up this time. He ain't tell us about this. Annette, Bill Clinton did not tell us about this. This black child that is saying that Bill Clinton is his father. Y'all don't remember? Let me ask y'all something. See, y'all don't understand. See, Bill got a thing for that colored gal. Yeah, Bill got a thing for that colored thing. That snap. You can't go back. Y'all fail to realize when Bill Clinton, when his presidency was up, do y'all remember where he put his office at? Do y'all remember where he put his office at? Pay attention, a white man. No longer the president. But where did he relocate after his terms was up? Harlem. That's a fact. After his terms was up, he went out of all the places he can go in the world. He said, I'm going to Harlem. What, he knew Jim Jones or something? He went to Harlem because he wanted to be around us. He wanted to be around us. Listen to this bullshit.
To this day, she still feels scared of speaking.
And they were trying to get information about Bobby Williams' story so they can give her, I guess the first money.
In fact, my mother did receive 7 $100 bills a month in the mailbox. Even presents on Christmas.
Pay attention to this. Listen to this.
So they can give her, I guess the first money.
In fact, my mother did receive 7 $100 bills a month in the mailbox. Even presents on Christmas that was delivered to my home by state troopers. So I felt he was trying to be a part of my life. And then when he became president, everything stopped. In 1995, when my father was president of the United States, the state of Arkansas put us in foster care. I lived in foster homes. It made me feel horrible because I know his child, Chelsea, was well taken care of, and we was house to house, hungry at nights. And to know that my father was the president, it hurts. Try to imagine that your own father refused to love you, refused to say that you exist. Knowing who my father was and that he was so close yet so far away made my pain unbearable. Growing up in Little Rock school district system, it was difficulties because you got gang members, drug activities at the schools. And I wanted more to life. I didn't want to end up dead in the streets for nothing. Moving from home to home, not having a
Abraham Lincoln is black. That's why they put him on the brown penny.
stable place to go. It came to a point in high school where I had to drop out to take care of my little sisters and brothers and make sure they were stable and able to go to school every day. I got a job full time at a donut shop my 11th grade year to support my sisters and brothers. If I had the love and support of my father that stayed on me, made sure I had the best education, I feel I would have had a better life. In 1999, they tried to sweep me under the rug with Bill Clinton's friend publishing this phony DNA test. It never was a DNA test.
Roger Altman. Roger is a longtime friend of mine.
Just think about it. It was published in a tabloid owned by a donor of Bill Clinton. Even to this day, Megyn Kelly, Howard Kirk, they continue to quote this bogus DNA test, and it really hurts. I would love to see the DNA test done. Several times, I tried to reach out to the Clintons. People say all the time, you're gonna get yourself killed dealing with the Clintons. I wrote letters to his library. I wrote letters to addresses I got off the internet, even emailed him from Facebook on his Facebook pages. I never got any response back. Once in Little Rock, Arkansas, I visited the Clinton Library. I wanted to see how it felt to be his president, and he was speaking. But by the time we made it there, he was already gone. We took a tour through the library, and just to see all the things he'd done in the world, helping other kids in Haiti and, all the other places, it just saddened me because I never received any help from him. Hillary started running for president. She visited Little Rock at one of her campaign stops. I put myself right in front of the podium where she spoke. She was looking right at me, eye contact. In my heart, I was thinking she knew who I was.
I met with a small group of the Black Lives Matter activists.
It made me wonder if she's saying Black Lives Matter, why I don't matter to her.
And I just felt for them.
I was going to introduce myself as Danny Williams.
Hey, that's so much eerie and scary resemblance. They look more alike than Jay-Z with the man Ramir. Like, look at his teeth, his ears, his eyes, his forehead. Damn. Look at his teeth. They teeth both cocked like a goddamn 357 gun. That is really fucked up, Bill.
Husband's son and her stepson.
I am a new grandmother, in case you haven't heard.
I had millions of questions to ask, why?
We're going to do everything we can to make sure she has every opportunity.
As soon as she spoke, she got out of there. I didn't get to talk to my stepmom. I could never imagine having a child and not acknowledge him. Because I know how it feels to not have a parent in your life. I work construction. I am a person of faith. I take my kids to church every Sunday. I teach my sons how to keep bad language out your mouth, how to speak properly with yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. Recently, I've been telling my kids that their grandfather was the president of the United States. And they amazed by it. They're like, no, is it for real? And I tell them, yes, that is my father. And I'm gonna make sure you get to meet him one day. Hillary, please do not deny I exist. I am your stepson. Chelsea is my sister. And Bill is my father.
Super predators. We have to bring them to heel.
I feel bad when Hillary called black people super predators and that we need to be brought to heel. I'm black, I'm real, I am her stepson, and I deserve
You can't
the
play
love
both
that
sides,
she
you niggas
has
gotta
given
choose.
Chelsea.
Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tougher than he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Swiss baby, careful with this. I mean it's bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tougher than he still told.
Material.
See, I ain't got that much time left. 'Cause I give you my all and all you give me is your words to kiss. What I'ma do with it? I think it's best if I move to the left. 'Cause I know that somebody waited on all this love I gotta give. I'm wondering when you gon' love me. 'Cause I'm tired of waiting patiently, baby. When you gon' love me? And if you ain't gon' love me like I L-O-V-E, you should tell me. You should tell me. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Girl, you been acting different lately. Ain't been calling me, baby. So that nigga that you're sneaking with, let him know you ain't shit before he get too deep in it, baby. Do me a favor, either love me now, 'cause it ain't no later. Searching for your heart, but it's off the radar. Like who the fuck raised you, girl? You acting like the shit don't faze you, girl. Just don't forget that I made you, girl. Don't forget that I made you, girl. When you gon' love me? 'Cause I'm tired of waiting patiently, baby. you gonna love me? If you ain't gonna love me like I love you, you should tell me that. Oh no, 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 no. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. When you gonna love me?
Y'all know nothing about no Sean Millie. Y'all don't know nothing about no Sean Millie. That boy dangerous. I mean, that dude got a mean, disrespectful voice on him. But the sad part is, man, that man, from what he's saying and what he seems to be, is a great father, God-fearing man, but just want to be around his father. He said, and you know, everybody can say they did something. Will, like he said, he went to the speech that Hillary Clinton gave. He's sitting up there looking right at her. But I'm not sure, unless she has pictures of him, that she would, knew that was him, especially from the distance he was. Now, when he said he was standing right there in front of the podium, I'm thinking like the stage, the podium, and he's right here, and he's just standing there looking at him like this. Standing in front of her like that, I can only understand and imagine that eventually something is going to catch her eye pertaining to this gentleman. And if she stopped and just looked dead at him like that, that's something totally different. That's something totally different. But he doesn't seem bitter about it. Sad part about it is, that's a hell of a story he got. $700 a month in an envelope. And on Christmas, pay attention, he got toys and gifts and things. And they were always dropped off by state troopers. And if you see the picture of him, he's standing up there with about 8 state troopers. Hey, Holly. He's standing up there with about 8. Yo, Holly, did you see this one? You know I'll be getting that stuff to make you go, whoa. Did you know about this one, Holly? Did you know Bill Clinton had a black son? Do you know that the boy Bill Clinton had a black son? The crazy part about it is, if you look at the coloration of Bill Clinton's eyes and look at the bottom of Bill Clinton's eyes where it seems like a lighter shade, if you look in his eyes, he has the same things. Russian princess, did you know that our president, ex-president Bill Clinton, had a black son? Yeah, you know, once they go black, they don't go back. You know, once you go black, they say it's hard to ever go back. And I know that nigga mom's probably hooked that nigga up with some fried chicken, some macaroni and cheese, some collard greens and candy yam. And Bill said, yo, where the weed spot at? Yo, where the weed spot? And unfortunately, his aunt that helped raise him said that his mother was what we call a lady of the night. I just did the title. Prostitution is the Constitution. His mother was a lady of the night. And his aunt says, yo, check this out. Bill met her in the street. Now, ain't this something? Yeah, this one is true. I actually just had the show up here. And the segment that's been going on. You got to catch it a little bit early. You got to replay the show, RP. Yeah, this one is true. And he said that Bill Clinton, in the part that I just showed, and he showed that he stopped wanting to be involved with him in 1995 when he became the president. He said, before that, $700 a month, even though we got to think about it, y'all, $700 a month is nothing. But it was a little more in 1995 and 1993 and 1992. That was a different amount of money. So every month, like he said, he was trying to do the right thing by leaving $700 in an envelope in his mailbox. He was trying, but he could have did a lot much more. And then to even hear that his mother was pushed out of a second floor window, that his mother was pushed out of a second floor window for even speaking about this situation. And he's been doing it forever. He said he doesn't care. Everybody in his family has actually told him, check this out, don't do that. Stop messing with them people. You better leave that president alone. They're going to get rid of you. They're going to disappear you. He said, I don't care. Ain't no allegedly to that, Holly. The minute he passed over his presidency, he went and got the big office on 125th Street in Harlem. We got it net up in here. The big office right there on 125th in Harlem. He can't help it. He can't help it. He wanted the empanadas. He wanted the nutcrackers. You know, they probably gave Bill Clinton one of them fruit punch nutcrackers from back in the days. You know, the old school nutcrackers. I'm not talking about them new nutcrackers. Them new nutcrackers is garbage. But if you was in Harlem in the 90s, if you was by Copeland's in the late 90s, when they had them nutcrackers up there, oh, them shits was official. Them shits was official. I don't know about them shits now. I don't know about them nutcrackers now. Anybody is selling nutcrackers now. But it wasn't like the Spanish. Yo, let me tell you something. When you went to Harlem, the Spanish dudes, wasn't no black dudes with nutcrackers. It was straight Spanish dudes with that. I'm talking about pina colada, Hennessy, mango, fruit punch, cherry, grape. They had so many flavors of that shit. Bill Clinton probably was up there and got one of them nutcrackers. Went to 129th and Madison and got one of them 50s of Haze. Got a piece of that carrot cake and went crazy. Y'all. Yo, I was over there with my man Rose Gold tonight, y'all. I went and had a good time with Rose. That dude, Carlos. Y'all keep your prayers up for Big Carlos, man. I don't know what's up with Carlos, but Carlos is not as crazy as people think he is. He had a situation last week where they said he made a false attempt like he was going to kill himself on Chillin' with Love. Shout out to Chillin' with Love's channel. And that almost fucked her up. That took her monetization. But thank God, whatever she had to correct or do over, everything is right back with her channel. Shout out to Chillin' with Love. But you can't, let me tell you something. I saw it today on Rose Gold. You just can't let certain people up on your platform. You cannot have everybody up on your platform. I've heard some shit today that let me know I am not insane. I heard some shit today that lets me know I'm not insane. But, hey, because me, I'm not doing none of that goofy shit. It's grown-ass men up here acting like straight broads. No disrespect intended to the ladies. A broad is not a woman. A broad is a woman, but she doesn't have the moral compass, the integrity, the self-respect, the self-worth as women do. So that's why I say broads. Because, yo, let me tell you something. I've heard some things today where I'm just really, I'm just going to be real. A lot of these niggas is gay. A lot of these niggas that's up on these platforms are homosexuals. Shout out to the LGBTQ, GP, whatever the fuck it is. Shout out to everybody. A lot of these niggas up on these platforms is gay. I didn't want to say it at first. I was saying to myself, maybe I'm bugging the fuck out. Maybe I'm bugging out. These niggas is homosexuals. They're in love with each other. They have man crushes on each other. Simple and plain. And then now they starting to do marathons. They really starting to do marathons. You know I fuck with y'all, right? But Big Dice ain't doing no marathon. I'm not doing no marathon. Niggas is up here for 10 plus hours. 10 plus hours talking about absolutely nothing. 10 or plus hours talking about absolutely nothing. Now I see sometimes why I was almost discouraged about being on YouTube, because it seemed like everything I was seeing on YouTube was disgusting. Shout out to King Tut, man. Walter Johnson. Shout out to Tut, man. When he came home, when he started going live and everything like that, believe it or not, that's what gave me, believe it or not, the attitude to just keep doing it. Not disrespecting nobody that's holding me down, members and subscribers and nothing like that. Just the level and the degree of bullshit on YouTube can really affect your mental and your health. Because once I start sitting up aggravated and I'm going to sleep thinking about shit and I'm waking up shit thinking about shit and then I'm contemplating getting on the road and then I'm calling niggas and finding out where old boy is at. Once I started moving like that, I told myself, yo, catch yourself, man. You is bugging the fuck out. Like, it's really times, well, praise God for my family. There's something that just caught me at the last minute and just told me, yo, Dice, you bugging. Calm the fuck down. Call that shit off. Because it's some things, woo-hoo. But I can't get mad at it. I can't get mad at it. And like they got the Mo 3 sector, I've decided to change the grown folks sector until the Malcolm Jamal Warner sector. I said that earlier in my live. The reason why I'm going to start the Malcolm Jamal Warner sector, because I'm looking for some content creators with some self-respect, something to teach somebody, and just an overall great attitude in the spirit to say, they Malcolm Jamal Warner. It's not about a crew. It's not about clicking up with nobody. I'm an only child. I'm born alone. I'm going to die alone. But great minds think alike. And Malcolm Jamal Warner was the epitome of a man, in my opinion. He ain't no sellout. He didn't ride no dick. He didn't want to be in everybody's face. He didn't want to be a part of everything. And he was one of the most articulate individuals. Whew. Like his poetry, I've been listening to his album. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been listening to his album on Apple Tune. Dude is real, real deep. So you know what? I'd rather be categorized with something like that. And if I can get a group of people, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 10. But if we can get a group of people that can start displaying their age, not their shoe size, then we'll have a different group of viewers. That's a fact. I got thrown off my shit a couple of times. Carnage, he said, once they get you agitated, they would try to throw you off your game. Just stay focused. That's a fact. And that's what I'm going to do. I ain't going to get in nobody. That's why early when I was up there, I didn't even know that it was a situation going on with a couple of YouTubers. I'm not going to say either one of their names because respectfully, I wouldn't give a fuck. But I didn't know that there was a situation going on with a couple of YouTubers. And the thing that bugs me out with these YouTubers is, why y'all wait to pop up when the person you got a problem with is not around? To me, that's just me. That's niggas that's seeking attention. Now, if a nigga's going live and somebody going live and shooting at me, boom, I'm there. If I hear about it, somebody in the team be like, yo, Dice, they talking XYZ, boom, I'll pull up the stand for my name. But if I'm not, if I'm not informed about it, I'm not gonna be looking for it. And I damn sure ain't gonna be popping up 2 and 3 days later talking about what somebody might have said on some. Nah, that's just, to me, that's just not how men move. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. That's just not how I move and the men that I've been around move. I can't say that's not how men move, because obviously that's how some men are moving, depending on the description of a man. Depending on a description of a man. I've heard people on these apps say that they get on these apps just to bang and cut niggas up. Clown shit. I don't give a fuck. If you ever say you getting up here to bang, you a clown. If you ever say you gonna get up here to shoot at somebody, you's a fucking clown. You's a fucking clown. I don't give a fuck how niggas take that shit. Supposed to be up here trying to give people informative information, you know, breaking the bread, sitting around, talking about some things, uplifting somebody, damn near uplifting yourself. But I'm not getting up here talking about, yo, I'm about to do this live, and yo, matter of fact, I'm doing a live right now. Carnage to Billy. Put his name all up in the front. and then talk about carnage for 75 days. Nah, that means that to me, that's confused admiration. That's confused admiration. To me, if like TT said something that was so real, shout out to TT the Oracle, because she was on a platform talking about certain things because Rose Gold was asking her, you know, her opinion on how to stay away from certain things and stay focused pertaining to certain things. And she said it. She said it's the people that are watching for. I'm telling you, I'll be watching some of these chats. I just be popping through. Certain people be live or whatever like that. I just stroll through, see what's going on, listen to what they're talking to, nothing. See the people in the chat. And it's just a bunch of trolls. Seriously, a bunch of trolls. 40, 50 people in the chat, and only 3 people have some sense that I know of. From what I could have seen. It's ridiculous, y'all. Somebody got to say it. I pray every day for the riffing, the beefing, the huffing, the puffing, the screaming back and forth. I pray. I've been praying. Yo, let me tell you something. You notice this? I've been putting it into effect since I got on YouTube. I've been, especially after we lost Compa. Especially after we lost the Dread. That should have been enough to tell people, yo, check this out. Be easy, man. No, YouTube didn't have anything to do with Compa's demise, but that was somebody on YouTube that everybody loved. That was a part of everybody's household that once he went live, they clicked into his chat and just was there to see him laugh, was just there to see him smile, was there to get some wisdom and some great content. Because Comp has some fire content. A lot of people don't even understand a lot of the content that he was doing, I gave him. It's all blooded facts. And the reason why I gave him that is because he helped me develop being more comfortable on this app. I tell everybody that. If it wasn't for Compa, don't get it twisted. Going up there chilling with China and them, 050, yeah, that's family and everything like that. That's fine. We all did buffing, huffing. All right, cool. But as far as like holding it down by myself without a group of individuals or really having the confidence to speak my story, that's Compa that got me like that. It was Compa. Remember, when I went live, y'all notice Compa pop right up because I'd be like, yo, boy, I'm about to go live. You coming? He's like, nah, hold up. Give me a few minutes. I'm just waking up. Give me a few more minutes. I'll be back. And then Compa would text me on some, yo, you ready? Yeah, and I'm going live. Same thing, vice versa. You notice when I stopped going live, Compa said everybody come over to the crib, and then Compa went over to his spot and started going live, and I popped up over there. Yeah, rest in peace to the Dread, man. Like all jokes aside, that wasn't Compa cursed me out. Compa cursed everybody out. Me, China, Harlem, you name it, Compa cursed us out. But like you said, sometimes you just got to bust a move when you feel a little aggravated or contested. It's not disrespect. It's just sometimes friends bump heads. You know what I'm saying? But one of the last things Compa said was, yo, shit is going too far. He said everybody need to just chill and get right. Yeah, I got a bunch of them. Bunch of them. I watch Compa. Y'all wouldn't believe. Sometimes I just wake up. Like sometimes I can't sleep. I just watch Compa. I would just watch Compa and start laughing. Great man, yo. May he rest in peace, man. But I know certain things that's happening on YouTube. Compa would have been like, chill. Compa was really, if you pay attention, Compa was the one that was popping up on people's platforms and going, chill, leave that shit alone, and then trying to get people to come up on the platforms and work out their differences amongst each other. So when he left, when his physical left here, it seemed like everyone that had been around him, no, not everybody. Let me rephrase that. It seemed like a great high volume of people that didn't know him, people that did know him, and people that were just getting to know him, as far as YouTube, just ran with his content, just ran with words that they put in his mouth. I've heard so much shit with niggas putting in Compa's mouth, and I just was like, God damn. But he's not here to physically say, I didn't say that. That's really why a certain group of people, a couple of people on here, I never fuck with because I know y'all lying. And if you lying on the dead, you have no respect for the dead. That's simple and plain. That's where I come from. Because if you speak somebody's name that's no longer here physically. Yeah, his channel's still up. It's still up. If you're here, you know what I'm saying? If you disrespect someone, it's just wrong. Everything was a joke. Everything was a joke. But he didn't look at it like that. He didn't look at it like that. I get mad sometimes because to this day, he's no longer with us. And it's like, it's just nothing about it's just nothing done. It's just, that's one thing I say about the 77 precinct. Don't get it twisted. I hated that precinct all my life. Because when it came to murders, I don't know if they wasn't just doing their due diligence to try to find out or solve certain crimes, but it was certain dudes that when they were unalived in the neighborhood, 77 precinct was so happy that they were no longer alive. The due diligence that they would have put into someone that might have been a hardworking man that was not known to give anybody any problems or being any problem with the police, maybe they would have did more diligence. Maybe they did more diligence. But when it comes to y'all, like they say, when they categorize us as knuckleheads or drug dealers, et cetera, police really don't care about that shit, man. And to know where my man lost his life at. To this second right now, it bothers me because he should have never lost his life. But where he lost his life at, I don't even really got the respect that I used to have for certain niggas on that block. Shout out to the niggas that I still do. Where he lost his life at, I would have never imagined. Like I said, in his own building, Compa was loved by everybody. Everybody. Old people, young people, Arab people, thieves, killers, reverends. I mean, like Comp was really, he was an impressionable person. Yeah, he got killed on Sterling between Buffalo and Rochester in the jungle in the courtyard. Now, if anybody know anything about Sterling Place, that whole strip is a murder strip. It's been a bunch, and that block, Sterling between Rochester and Buffalo, it's been people killed on that block. It's been generations and generations of generational curses and beefs on that block. He wasn't him, Compa. Nah, if you'd have told me he unfortunately caught his demise in East New York, or he caught his demise in Canarsie, or he caught his demise in Flatbush, or he caught his demise in the Stop, et cetera, but not his block. And I know a lot. I know a lot about that. I know what the hood told me. And it's just certain things I never speak on. Like, seriously, I'm kind of glad that I actually was living down here when that happened. Because who knows what I'd have got myself into, especially the things that was being told of me. Nah, that was no accident. I don't know, that wasn't no accident in East New York. I don't know, there was no accident. My man was shot and killed in his hallway. There was no accident. What led up to his demise, unfortunately, might have been an accident. But nah, Compa, the person that killed him, they intended to kill him. They did. And there was so many stories that threw people off. And my cousin Barrage, may he rest in peace. That's where he trained at to become a police officer. This is my cousin Barrage. I don't know if y'all remember me talking about him. This is my cousin Barrage right here, y'all. May he rest in peace. This is another picture of him right here. May he rest in peace. Ace, I see you in the building. Salute, bro. He was my cousin actually retired. He was a retired police officer. This right here, and my cousin is DSEP. I never forget when he was walking up Utica Avenue with his auxiliary uniform on and his nightstick, and we were teasing him. But I was so proud of him, and I still am. I was so proud. You know what I'm saying? To see him with that uniform on, and he DSEP. So, you know, if we had one in the precinct, we always knew we was good. We always knew he was good. And then when I called him, because of his connections to the 77th precinct, his daughter's a retired. His daughter's a district attorney. So it's like when I called him about it, I never forget the first time I spoke to him about it, I said, yo, boy, get on that. And I never forget that shit. He asked me, he was like, yo, you know they said you killed the nigga, right, Dice? I said, who killed the nigga? He said, yo, Dice, you know niggas was trying to say you killed him. But I knew that shit wasn't the truth. I said, yo, let me tell you something, boy. Compa was a very, very strong-willed and minded person. And yes, me and Compa had an argument. And when Compa said some things about my mother, rest in peace, said some things about my mother, I guess a lot of the people that know how I feel about my mother automatically just assumed, yo, the nigga Dice arms is long. I would never do nothing like that. Never. Never. So when my cousin was getting into finding out what was going on, he told me. He said, yo, Dice, I don't even want to tell you what they saying. And I asked him, I said, yo, what did they say to you, bro? And he was like, you know what they saying to me, boy. And I asked him, I said, are they saying the same person that they are actually saying killed him? He was like, nah, son, that's bullshit. He said, the person that they saying did that? Nah, hell no. He said, listen to me, cuzzo, that's bullshit. He said, the person that did that to him, he trusted him. He trusted him. He never would have imagined the person that did that to him doing it. So that's really been my push. And people like Ace, you dig what I'm saying? And other people, family members and friends that be like, yo, Dice, stay on your content, bro. Annette, Easton, so many people, I appreciate y'all for when y'all be like great content and stuff like that, because that's what I'm here for. But when I think about Compa, I just get really aggravated because damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's still supposed to be here. He's still supposed to be here. That's one thing. Well, God don't make no type of mistakes. But you know, if we can have it the way we want it, Compa be right. Compa probably, if Compa was alive right now, Compa would be right here on this live with me. Or he'll be going live and I'll be over there in the chat or in the live with him. So that's when I start seeing certain people just saying certain things or letting the minor stuff agitate them to the fact, well, you know, somebody might lose their life or somebody might go to jail, or hey, it might not even be that severe. Someone might get beat up. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. For real, when it gets to the fact, if I don't fuck with you, I shouldn't be fucking with you. If you don't fuck with me, you shouldn't be fucking with me. Like I said, the only reason why people do certain things like the things that they say is because they're on YouTube. I can't hurt you. If I go this and I swing at you and you I can't touch you. And you can't touch me. All you're doing is hollering and screaming. For what? City boy, I see you. And when people learn to understand that, they're going to be okay. Carnage said, it's usually someone close. Ioctane said, study your friends, man. Watch them niggas this close to you. And y'all know sometimes it's even family. Oh, y'all don't know? Family kills family? What? Don't let it be an individual that has the insecurity pertaining to a woman. Don't let it be like that. Because niggas go crazy over that thing between y'all legs, ladies. They go crazy between that thing. A lot of niggas don't know how to think logically. You know why I know that? Because I was one of them niggas that didn't know how to think logically. I didn't know how to think logically. I remember I told y'all I was 16 years old. My mom told a girl, Caprice, she said, you know my son is 15, he about to be 16 years old or whatever like that. I was just big, and that was the first time I had ever experienced dating a young girl. Remember, I was almost 16, she was 18. That was my first time experiencing dating a woman that had a child. I never knew anything about the dangers of that, meaning, especially when there's a newborn child. When I met her, her daughter was like 7 months old. You know the story, deadbeat baby father, never come around, got another girl pregnant, out of town hustling. You know the scenarios. And I came to her house one night. I'll never forget this. She told me she couldn't stand this man. Yeah. I hate him. He ain't gonna be around me. I ain't been fucking with him like that. Yeah. So I pop up at her house one night, but I told her, I said, yo, I'm gonna stay at my mom's crib tonight. I'm not gonna come over there. Wound up getting into an argument with my mom's because of hustling in the street, doing all type of shit, and wound up going to her house. And she lived on Pacific, Brooklyn, and New York. And I lived on Utica and Prospect. So you know what I did? I walked around the corner from Utica and Prospect to Schenectady and Sterling. So my nigga Bonnet and them got me a dime and some chocolate, got me a white owl, rolled up, and walked to her house. When I get to her house, ladies and gentlemen, and I ring the bell, she comes to the window, open the window. Like, you know, I see somebody pull a curtain back. She pulled a curtain back and see. I'm like, yo, open the door. Standing on the step. It's about 7 minutes, 8 minutes done went past. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with this motherfucker? Why she ain't come downstairs? What, she got to take a shit or something? This motherfucker comes down to the door, ladies and gentlemen. And she was like, I thought you said you wasn't coming over tonight. I'm like, what? What you mean? Yo, move. I'm trying to come in the building. I'm trying to walk in the door. And she's like standing in front of the door. And she was like, no, it's something I got to tell you. I'm like, fuck, you got to tell me. She was like, my baby father here. I thought you said you ain't fuck with your baby father no more. Well, you know, he just came in from out of town and he's going back out of town. I'm not fucking with him, but he's in my bed sleep with his daughter. Me and her get to arguing. I'm telling y'all, I'm 16 years old. I'm 16. I'm not 52 years old. I am 16 years old. It's the summertime. It's like a month away from my 17th birthday. Me and her downstairs arguing. Bitch, you bum ass bitch. I'm screaming. And I happen to look like, because the door, something said, yo, just look past her. And when I looked past her, her baby father was coming down the stairs. And when he was coming down the stairs, he was like, yo, you got a problem? Who the fuck you outside arguing with? So now I'm really hot. The nigga coming downstairs talking about who the fuck you downstairs. I just pulled out, start banging. Pop, pop. Thank you, Jesus. I only had a 25 with 4 shots in it. Thank you, Jesus. I only had a 25 automatic with only 4 bullets in that shit. And I really let 2 off. I really tried to shoot the nigga. She, no, guys, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, that's my baby father. Yo, that shit hurt me so bad. I know this may sound funny. I wanted to shoot her. when she looked at me and told me, don't try to shoot her baby father. I ain't gonna front, first thing ran through my mind, what about me? What about me? So I know what a nigga would do. I know what a nigga would do when it comes to a woman. Because what I do, I believed her, started fucking back around with her. And let me tell you how this woman was. Sad part is, her baby father was not fucking her. Was he at the crib that night? Did he have his daughter? Did he come from out of town? Yep. But he was not fucking her. But I didn't want to hear that bullshit. He was there. So, you know, she wound up coming through, convincing me to give her another shot. And she said, yo, you know what? When I go pick my daughter up, you going with me. I told you I don't fuck with him no more. Why did I decide to do that? She stayed with me that Friday night. She stayed with me that Saturday night. That Sunday afternoon, we got in a cab and went and go pick her daughter up. We was on Vernon between Tompkins and Troop. All facts. It's past 7 years, so I can talk about it now. All facts. We pulled up with the cab on the block. Now, he stayed, when he was in New York, he stayed at his mom's crib. She on Vernon between Tompkins and Troop. So when we get out on the cab, Capri, she gets out and goes to the building, the brownstone, and starts walking up the stairs. When she starts walking up the stairs, the nigga mother come to the door. I don't think she realized at first that I was with her. Because, yeah, girl, you see her hugging all that nonsense. And then she tell her to come in the house. Come on, baby. And she was like, no, my friend is with me. So when Capri said, my friend is with me and pointed back to me, her mother was like this. Now, why would you bring that man to my house? That's exactly what her mom said. Her mother goes in the house and get her son. I'm standing downstairs. So when he comes out the building, he got his daughter. You understand what I'm saying to you? So now his mother is like, now she's trying to stop him because he's loud, he's erratic, he's trying to come down the stairs and all that. And I'm sitting there just as cool as a fan. I'm like big in the nigga house. I'm sitting there just as cool as a fan. The minute that nigga put his daughter in his mom's hand, I start clapping at both of them. Boom, 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 boom. The mother fall. My dumb ass, I think I done shot his moms. You know why his moms fell? Because she passed out. The cab left me. I'm running down Vernon towards Tompkins. If it wasn't for the fact that a cab was coming down Tompkins Avenue, who knows what would have happened that time? So when it comes to, it's not a woman. I used to say when it comes to a woman, it's not a woman. When it comes to certain situations, you just shouldn't involve yourself. Number one, I should have never been in no cab with her, going with her to her daughter's father house to pick her daughter up. And I just shot at this nigga when he was at her crib a couple of weeks before that. I just shot the nigga on Pacific. City boys say, yo, Dice, you know you was a wild youngin'. I thought you was bugged out. They told me that all my life. Real Brooklyn shit. But I wasn't. I was just hurt. I was just hurt because I didn't know. I was naive. I was naive to the whole scenario of baby mother, baby father. I didn't have a child yet. I didn't go through the baby mother, baby father drama to 98 when I had my son. But I promise you, even though I didn't mature the way I should have at that particular time, I matured enough to leave her alone because she still was calling my house. She still was trying to get at me. But I knew that if I continued to deal with this woman, I was going to wind up hurting somebody over her, or I was going to wind up getting hurt myself. That's a fact. Holly says, so you pulled out the blicky? Holly, I'm a shooter. Well, excuse me. Alleged. Well, excuse me. At one time, You scare me? I'm pulling that thing out. That's a fact. That's a fact. You try to act like you're going to jump me, you're going to get shot. That's word to my mother's soul. Now, if you beat my ass fair, I don't care about that. You can bust my mouth, close my eyes. If you whoop me out on a fair one, I got to respect it. We just going to fight the next time I see you. That's a fact. But if you jump me, I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to shoot everybody involved with that shit. That's to this motherfucking day. Fuck, you look like jumping some goddamn body. And they do that down here in the South. Oh, they jumping niggas in the South like we used to jump niggas in the late 80s. I know. I wish I never would have did that shit, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. But I was so, it was a combination of things. I was hurt. I was embarrassed. I felt disrespected. I was hurt. I felt embarrassed. And I felt disrespected. And then I thought about what my mother told me. She was like, that girl is going to get you into something, Damon. Leave her alone. But we don't be trying to listen to what our mother talking about. She's swallowing too. I don't give a fuck what you talking about, Mom. She's swallowing. I don't care what you talking about. I am almost 17 years old and Gail swallows. That's why when I think about Compa, I said I don't talk about shit. I just pray. I just pray. I pray whoever was involved with that shit. I used to say I wanted them to get killed. I ain't gonna front. I wanted to kill the person that was responsible for killing Compa. I did. Cried over that shit because I couldn't get there the way I wanted to. But then an old gangster told me something back in the days. Rest in peace to Johnny Greenlee. He was like, you got to be careful about who you may kill. Some shit was going on Utica Avenue. Niggas tried to come get at us, but we made sure that didn't happen. They never came back again. Nobody got killed, but goddamn it, you thought somebody did. But make a long story short, Johnny Greenlee told me, he said, Joe, you got to be careful when you out here in these streets. He said, because if you should happen to take somebody's life, especially another gangster, you give them a free pass to heaven. You give them whomever life that you took, you give them a free pass to heaven. And all the sins that they hold now are yours. The sins of the person that you may unalive become your sins now. They are absolved. They are cleansed of all wrongdoing in the eyes of God. That's an automatic trip to heaven for free. But everything they did, you got now. Tough guy. City Boy said, we the chosen ones, though, Dice. We got to go through things to find the greatness. Keep spitting your facts and knowledge, bro. We came a long way. Hashtag Big Brooklyn. Holly said, today that would be real dangerous. Holly, I'm real dangerous. Respectfully. That's one thing I really can say honestly. I am a very dangerous person when provoked, or if I'm worrying about my safety, my family. I'm a very dangerous person. Sneaky, grimy. I'm from Utica Avenue, y'all. I was raised in Albany Projects. I was in Albany Projects so much, they used to think I lived in the projects. Now, I was around the grimiest of the grimiest. So when it comes to certain things, I've been around the grimiest of the grimiest. I've got instructions and I've took chapters out of niggas' books that's alive and that are no longer here. And I've put that all into my encyclopedia, y'all. I promise you that. But I don't want no problems because I know the trickling effect. Okay, I hurt you. I'm going to do my time. But my moms go to jail with me. Because if I'm in jail, my mom's in jail. If I'm in jail, my pop's in jail. If I'm in jail, my grandmother in jail. If I'm in jail, my grandfather in jail, and so forth and so forth. Facts, Ja. Another day alive, another day free. You see what City Boy said? Y'all know what his block is. St. Mark's, Albany, and Kingston. Y'all already know what that is. So that's why I'm proud. I'm really proud. And I'm honored to even say the group of individuals that God has put in my life, male and female. That's why Giants right here, he'll tell you, when I first got on YouTube, I might have went to jail. If I was in Brooklyn, I know I'd have went to jail. If I was in Brooklyn when I first got on YouTube, I'd have probably went to jail. I'd have probably went to jail, or I'd have been hurt, or I'd have hurt somebody. And I remember Giants told me that shit on the phone one night. He said, yo, Dice, so you mean to tell me, after everything that you've been through, you've changed your fucking life. You mean to tell me you're going to let something as minute as one of these people on YouTube make you want to risk your freedom? I was so, let me tell y'all something. I was so enraged. I couldn't hear the shit because first of all, I don't get disrespected. That's facts. That's facts. I'm very, disrespect, I can't take it. I ain't gonna front. That shit, I can't take that shit. That disrespect shit, I'd be like, why would you do that? But I also give respect. Man. Rest in peace to the great Tim Rockefeller, a.k.a. Boy, don't have me start talking about Tim up here, City Boy. Like, man, I don't even want to talk about that. I ain't even want to talk about Tim, man. Like, rest in peace to Rockefeller, man. If y'all know who Tim is. What? Man, I remember one time I was in St. John's Park. I remember when Tim, this was the smoothest shit I ever heard in my life. We was playing basketball. Rest in peace, Johan, my nigga Jonah. We playing basketball. So Tim get the ball. We running the full court. Tim a fly nigga. He got on Levi's, green Gucci boots, silk Gucci shirt. He playing ball. Fly nigga. When he go up for the shot, no. Jonah was going up for the shot. When he went up for the shot, Tim came down fast. So when Jonah came down, it's like Tim bridged him. Tim didn't bridge him on purpose. It's just that Tim was fly, so he didn't jump that high. So when he came down and Jonah came down off the rebound, he fell back on his neck. And then Jonah was like, yo, the next time you do some shit like that, I'm going to punch you in your face. Yo, my nigga Tim, rest in peace, he said the coldest shit I ever heard in my life. He told my nigga Jonah, why would you wait till the next time to do something that you want to do right now? Coldest shit I ever heard in my life. My nigga Jonah said, yo, next time you do some shit like that, I'm gonna punch you in your face. My nigga Tim said, well, why would you wait till the next time to do something that you want to do right now? See, these are the type of individuals I was around. And I watched them niggas shoot the fair one. I'm talking about them niggas shot the fair one. And back in the days, see, when niggas shot the fair ones back in the days, when it was two niggas that knew how to fight, you couldn't say who won because you didn't know who won. You really had to go to like a scorecard or something. There wasn't no goddamn scorecards, no people sitting up with no referee. Ding, 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 ding. But when it came to certain niggas fighting back in the days, their hands, all you heard was niggas had a fight. Or them niggas was fighting. You ain't never hear Tim beat Jonah ass, or you didn't hear Jonah beat Tim ass. You hear, man, them niggas in the park fighting. Niggas couldn't break that shit up, man. Niggas is family, they shouldn't be fighting. I'm talking about that was one of the most legendary fist fights I've ever seen in my life. Fist fights. And niggas got guns in the park. See, this is a different era. Everybody in the park got guns. But there wasn't no need for no gun. It was just a fight. Basketball game. Word up. East New York said, but that's with most of the projects in Brooklyn. And my silly ass, since I was in a private house, my grandparents and them always owned the home, my dumb ass wanted to be in the projects, Albany projects, Kingsborough projects, Smurf Village projects, Jackie Robinson projects, Brevoort projects, Tompkins projects, Roosevelt projects, Stuyvesant houses, Marcy, boulevard houses, Linden houses, left rack projects in Queens, Gowanus downtown, Fort Greene, Farragut. My dumb ass couldn't stay out them projects. Facts. That's what actually helped me to learn to avoid certain shit, because it's really not worth. It ain't worth me hurting nobody or nobody hurting me, especially over something. Ain't no blood been lost. It can be resolved. Nobody hasn't been killed. It can be resolved. Nobody has not drawn no blood. It can be resolved. But it seemed like on YouTube, I hear people saying things and saying things and saying things and saying things and saying things that, tell you the truth, it's going to be a point where there's going to be nothing else to do but do something violent. People are not just going to be sitting up accepting certain things. I'm not. That's why I said we're going to switch it with this content and keep it real funky over here. You heard? And I appreciate y'all for pulling up to tonight. I wasn't taking too much of y'all time. I know some of y'all got to go to work. I know some of y'all was just up, might have been a little restless. Hopefully this great information in this content will get y'all through the night. You dig what I'm saying? Because this right here, I had to talk about this tonight. I just couldn't believe it. Bill Clinton, a black son. Y'all know I'm going to do some more research on this. I got to do some more research on this. That's a fact. Well, shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all. I got one more throwback for y'all for us to ride out with. Make sure y'all set y'all bell notification. Your boy is going live, God's willing, if God wake me up tomorrow. You heard me? Let's rock out with Diana Ross. You dig? Salute. Me. provides knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?